So hello, good morning class. So today our lesson for today will focus on modals. So modals are auxiliary verbs that express possibility, ability, permission, obligation. So let's first sort it out. So can and could expresses ability. Okay? It expresses ability. May and might expresses possibility. It's a ability. Okay? Ability. May and might expresses possibility. Possibility. While must expresses necessity. Okay. Sorry, cool. Necessity. Okay, must expresses necessity. Ought to and should expresses obligation. While will and would, future events. Or if you like to ask someone to do something for you, so you also use would. Used to expresses past action. Something that you did in the past but no longer is true in the present. And then you have shall. Okay, so later shall is used for future tense too, but later we'll try to differentiate the use of will and then shall. So first, let's have the can and could. Okay, as it expresses ability. So can it expresses the use of can is that it used to indicate ability of a person, something that he or she can do. Okay? And then it also express permission but only under general expressions because we use could for a more polite way of asking things. Okay? So can. For example, if the crew can serve my order in 20 minutes, then I will eat here often. Okay, so if the crew can serve my order in 20 minutes, then I will eat here often. So, can is used as an ability of a person. Remember, class, always remember that an auxiliary verb, for example, can, okay, as a modal here, is always followed by a base form verb. Okay, base form. Ibig sabihin, you don't put ed. Okay? That's incorrect. You don't put inflectional s. Okay? Conserved. So that's incorrect. That's grammatically incorrect. It is always in base form verb. That's the general rule in modals. It's always in base form verb. Okay, it is also incorrect, for example, if the crew can be able, okay, for example, if the crew can be able to serve. Okay, that's incorrect. Why? Because can already expresses ability. And be able is redundant. Okay, redundant siya. So, another thing. Okay. Jonah can be able to dance. So, what's incorrect with the sentence? Okay, very good. Be able, okay? Be able, because can already expresses ability. Therefore, we have to omit be able because be able is redundant. So to make your sentence coherent, Jonah can dance. Okay? Okay, that's it. Now we move to could. Could. Okay. Could used in a wish clause. Okay, wish clause. Wish clause. Okay. Another is that could is used for politeness. Okay. Politeness. Politeness. And then could is also the past tense of can. The past tense of can. Okay? For example, okay, let's first take the example of a wish clause. Wish clause. Okay? So, I wish I could see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Okay? So, I wish I could see you tomorrow. So, that's a wish clause. Okay? Politeness. Could you pass the salt? Okay. So, that's it. Could shows more politeness than can. Okay? So, you can probably, no. Okay, so, you don't need anymore to put please when you use could. Okay? Next is that you can use it in past tense also, could. Let's say, for example, okay, so past tense of could, something that was true before in the past but no longer is true in the present. Okay? Let's say, my mom could dance well in her 30s. It means that his mother could dance. Okay? So, in her 30s. It is no longer true in the present. Okay? Kasi probably, his mother is already old. Okay. So, that's it. So, remember could. The function of could is for wish clause. I wish I could see you tomorrow. Politeness. To show that you are polite. Okay? To extend courtesy. Past tense, something that is true before but is no longer true in the present. Okay, so after could, let's have may. Okay? So may, the function of may is to express desire or wish. Another thing is that it denotes possibility. Simple possibility. Another is that may also denotes express possibility. Possibility. It may express possibility in the immediate future. Okay? So may. It may, the function of may is desire or wish. It may also be simple possibility or expresses possibility in the immediate future. Okay, so let's first have desire or wish. Okay? May. Desire. Okay, example for desire. Example for desire is let's take this. Okay, desire or wish. Example, may you have a great day. Okay, so you're wishing someone, you desire someone something good. May you have a great day. Or may you have a fruitful new year. Diba? So usually we use this for well wishes. Diba? Okay, next is that the function of may is simple possibility. Simple possibility. Okay? Example of it is, for example, you were asked, where is your mom? So you would say, she may be in the living room. In the living room. Okay, she may be in the living room. That's it. Okay. Remember, they are separated, ha? There's a space between may and be because maybe what do you call this, that are not separated, okay, it differs from maybe na separated, okay. So that's it. Simple possibility. She may be in the living room. Okay, next function of may is express possibility in the immediate future. Okay? Expressibility in the immediate future. So we will have this example. We may go abroad later this year. So, you are going to ask me, what's the difference between simple possibility and then possibility, something that expresses possibility in the immediate future? Simple possibility, take note of simple, okay? Simple. It means that you are just thinking of possibly, okay, possibly in that situation, okay, the moment that you were asked, while possibility in the immediate future, okay, so you are talking about the future. Example, this one, we may go abroad later this year. Okay, we may go abroad later this year. Okay, so that's it. So, now after May, we are going to, okay, another thing, okay, for May, okay, May. May is also one way of expressing politeness, okay? Diba? When you want to be excused from your class, you would say, may I be excused, sir? Diba? That's what you are going to say. So here, may I be excused, sir? So I, and then you don't use, so this is incorrect, ha? You don't use you. May you pass the salt? Wrong. Okay? Incorrect. You don't use you. Okay? Okay. May is for polite request. Okay? May is used only with I or we. Okay? For polite request. I or we. For May. Now we move to might. 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 So might also expresses possibility in the future, but if I were you, I would rather use may. Okay? But of course, they're vice versa. Okay, anyway, so it expresses possibility. It also expresses possibility. Oh, sorry. Possibility. And then another thing is that might it is used in the past tense. Another is that it is used also in wish clause. In wish clause. Okay, so let's first take express. So here are the functions of might. It expresses possibility. It is used in the past tense. It is also used as a wish clause. Okay, so let's first take express possibility. Let's say Takemimoto might be auctioning his clothes. Okay. So Takemimoto might be auctioning his clothes. So it expresses possibility in the distant future. So there is no really specific, no? When will it happen? Might be. It expresses only possibility that Takemimoto might, okay, might auction, no? Might auction his clothes. Next is okay. Might is also used in the past tense. Past tense. Example. It might have been better if we arrived early or earlier. Okay, remember, if you use might in the future, so there is always have been. Okay? It might have been better if we arrived earlier. Ganon, okay? Might have been. Ang ibig sabihin, translate ito Tagalog, maganda sana yon kung nakarating tayo ng mas maaga. Okay? So maganda sana yung kung nakarating tayo ng maaga. Okay, it expresses, it is used in the past tense. Next is, it indicates possibility. It indicates possibility that is no longer inexistent. Forgive me if I have to stop sometimes from thinking because I am reciting all of this from memory. Okay? So, possibility that is no longer inexistent. So, possibility that's no longer inexistent. Let's say, I thought I might be able to catch it, but I didn't. Okay, I thought I might be able to catch it, but I didn't. Okay, possibility is no longer in existence. Therefore, it is in the past. Okay, I thought I might be able to catch it. but I didn't. Okay? No longer inexistent kasi tapos na. Okay, translate it to Filipino. Akala ko hahabol ko, pero hindi pala. Diba? Yan. I thought I might be able to catch it, but I didn't. No longer inexistent. No longer inexistent. No? Possible siya before, but no longer inexistent. Remember, no? I didn't. Okay. Next is as a wish clause. I wish I might know the answer. I wish I might know the answers to the test. So another wish clause, di ba? Another wish clause, the same function with could. I wish I might know the answers. Ang translated to Filipino, sana ay malaman ko ang kasagutan. Okay? So that's how you translate it to Filipino. Now, after might, we have must. Must. Okay. Must. So, must indicate moral obligation. Okay? It indicates moral obligation. And then, it indicates absolute resolve. Because it is a necessity. Okay? It is necessary. Remember that class, huh? It is necessary. Example of it, it is your moral obligation as a student to study diligently. Students must study diligently. Okay? It is your moral obligation as a student to study diligently for you to pass, because your parents are sending you to school to learn, okay? To be educated, to know the proper, to know those politically correct words, okay? And everything. Anyway, so students must study diligently. So you use must, no? It indicates moral obligation. When your teacher say you must do it, it means that it is necessary for you to do it. Next, it shows absolute resolve. Absolute resolve, I must pass my English class. Okay? I must pass my English class. So it shows absolute resolve na kailangan kong tapusin, kailangan kong maipasa ang aking English class. Okay? So that's the translation. So, must expresses kailangan, necessary. Okay. So that's it. Kailangan ng mga estudyante mag-aral ng kailangan ng estudyante sipagan na mag-aral. Kailangan. It is necessary. Okay? So that's the function of must. Next is ought to. Ought to. So, similar to the meaning of should, it expresses obligation. We don't really use ought to, no, kasi usually the Britons are the ones who are fond or fascinated in using ought to. But since we Filipinos adopted the American way of using English, okay? So we use more often should. Okay. So, but anyway, should and ought to expresses obligation. Okay? It expresses obligation. And okay, obligation. For example, the enrollees ought to follow procedure. Okay? So, ought to. When you replace it with should, the meaning is the same. The enrollees should follow procedure. Okay? Should. Okay, so that's the of ought to. Should also, the same is true with must. Okay? Should expresses obligation. What else? Necessity, duty. It is your duty, okay? Duty, and then moral obligation, and then surprise or indignation. He also uses for surprise and indignation. Surprise, nasurpresa ka. Indignation means galit ka. Okay? Obligation. So let's first, so tapos ng obligation, okay. And necessity and duty. For duty, let's say the military should defend our country. Okay? Should. Because it is the duty of the military to defend our country, to protect us from external forces that might harm us. Okay? Because they show their allegiance to the Constitution. Okay? So that's it. And then, next is, so that's necessity. Okay? It is, so another thing, students, you should study hard. Because it is your duty as a student to study very well. Diba? Because your parents are paying for your tuition. Next. Okay, surprise, indignation. Surprise, indignation. Example of it is, who should say it better but Miriam. Okay? So for example, you are doing a debate or an argumentation, you are having an argumentation. So you say, who should say it better but Miriam? So, di ba? Sino pa ang mas maigi na magsasabi niyan kundi si Miriam? Okay? So, yun. Should. Indignation and surprise. Another thing, for example, example is, you should know better. Okay? You should know better. For example, you were the eldest in the family, and then probably probably both of your siblings are being mischievous, and then your parents scolded you because you are the eldest and you are tasked to overlook for their needs, okay? So your parent would say to you, you should know better because you are the eldest. Diba? Yeah, you should know better. And then, that's for indignation. And then, after should, so should and ought, remember class, it expresses obligation. After that, we have the future tense, which is shall. The use of shall. Okay? So shall, it is used to show simple future action. Simple future action. The same with will. Okay? And then, it is also used for second or third person to show or to express authority. To express authority, what else? Authority, command, determination, intention, promise, or threat. Okay? Remember that class. Shall is used it is used with second or third person to show authority, command, intention, promise, or threat. Example. For simple future siguro, just say, I will serve fried chicken tomorrow. Chicken tomorrow. Simple future, okay? I will serve fried chicken tomorrow. So will, signaled by tomorrow, it means that future. Okay. Sorry. Kasi it uses I shall. For example, I shall, sorry. Kasi shall and will uses a simple future action, the same. Okay? So, second or third person, for example, I shall return. Diba? MacArthur is MacArthur was the one who said it, diba? Because he flew to, I forgot which country, but he flew from the Philippines and then returned with Carlos P. Romulo and Sirius Menia and Manuel Quezon, the famous landing in Leyte, and then, so, I shall return. So, promise, it indicates promise. Okay, and then, you also have, you say, you shall be arriving there at 10 a.m. It is a command, okay, an authority. You shall be arriving there at 10 a.m. That's a command. Okay? Authority. Okay. For threat, for example, for threat, okay, I shall have your head on the spike. Okay? So, yun. Threat. I shall have your head on the silver platter. Shall. Okay. So, and will express a simple future action. While would is first simple for past tense. Past tense of will. And then so probably habitual action in the past, but then you're no longer doing that. Okay, used in an unreal condition after a conditional clause. Okay, so in our subsequent lessons, we're going to discuss the different conditional clause. It shows determination, and then it also used for wish or desire, and then used for conditional clause. Okay, so past tense of will. So it shows habitual action in the past. For example, we would listen to him while he told us his adventures. Okay? Where am I going to write it? Okay, I'm not just going to write it. Just listen to it. Okay, we would listen to him while he told us his adventures. Okay, so we would. So habitual action in the past. For example, if your parents would during your elementary years would read you stories, diba? So you would say it now. We would listen to mommy while she told us this. She told us, or she read these stories to us. Okay, next is used in an unreal condition after conditional clause. Okay, so ito dito, this is a bit let's say if the party were successful, we would have a second one. If the party were successful, we would have a second one. Condition after conditional clause. Okay? Used it an unreal condition. Used in an unreal condition. If the party were successful, remember when you use if, there's always if the party were, ganun lagi. Kasi conditional. So we're going to discuss why it is so, okay, in the subsequent lessons. So if the party were successful, we would have a second one. We would. After conditional clause. Remember, there's a comma there. Okay? So that's where you use would. Kung successful ang party, magkakaroon pa kami ng pangalawa. Okay? Kung successful ang party na ito ngayon, magkakameron pa kami ng pangalawa. That's the Filipino for it. If, so, kung, if, yun ha. Next is, it shows determination. You should say no no matter what. You would say no no matter what. Sorry. You would say no no matter what. And then next is wish or desire. Wish or desire. I wish I would like to go now. I would like to go now. Gusto ko nang umalis. Wish or desire. For example, your teacher asks you, ask for the cassette player, or let's say for the television, and then he asks you, could you pass the, or could you hand me the television? So, and then you are going to ask somebody besides you. So you'd say, would you please? Diba? Ganon. And then another thing for politeness, for politeness. And then wish or desire, I would like to go now. I would like to have it. I would like to have that television. Wish or desire. Remember that. Wish or desire, and then use for conditional clause. If the weather were good, example, if the weather were good, she would walk outside. If the weather were good, she would walk outside. Would. Okay. Conditional, remember, kung maganda ang panahon, maglalakad siya sa labas. No? So it is used for conditional clause. Would. Next is we have used to. We also have used to. Used to refers to past habit. Those things that you like doing before, but you don't do it anymore now, in the present. Refers to past habit. Okay? We used to go to the mall every Sunday. Okay? Remember that one of the rules in present tense, it should be habitual action. Okay? It expresses habitual action. You do it every day. So probably before, you like going to the mall, no? So lagi kayong nasa mall dati, and then you don't go to the mall anymore. So, refers to past habit. We used to go to the mall every Sunday. Lagi kami napupunta sa mall kada Sunday, no? So, yun. Every Sunday. We used to go to the mall every Sunday. So, used to refers to past habit. Those habits that you like doing before but is no longer true in the present. Used to. Okay, so those are the different modals or auxiliary verbs that we use that expresses possibility, ability, permission, obligation, and necessity. So why do we need to study these things? Because it will help us in communication, okay? In expressing possibility, ability, permission, obligation, and necessity, okay? So there may be no communication error or mistake on your recipient. So it is imperative that we study this models, okay? So just a recap. So we have can, could, may. Can expresses ability. Can and could. Ability. May, might expresses possibility. And then ought to and should expresses obligation. Remember it is incorrect to say, let's say Jonah can be able to dance because it is redundant. Can already expresses Jonah's ability to dance. Okay, so you are going to omit be able. Next is permission. Okay, you got also possibility and permission. Even would. Okay, you could use would for permission. And then necessity, we used must. Students must study diligently. Okay, for necessity. Okay, so that's all for today, class. So enjoy. Okay? Thank you for listening.